welcome to a new episode of Insta Talk, the show that covers all the latest stories on social media by your favorite influencers, bloggers, and lifestyle experts. I'm your host Dina, and today we will be looking at how to survive the new winter lockdown as the cold winter season is upon us, and what you can do so that you still have a social life. Our health expert is here to guide us through the weight loss tool of intermittent fasting. We're finding out what it really does to your body and what benefits comes with it. And we're heading back to Dubai to speak to our fashion expert about the benefits of sustainable fabrics. Sustainable fashion matters. It will help reduce your carbon footprint and is kinder to the planet. But sustainable fashion, unless you're buying second-hand, comes at a price. There's a growing demand for eco-friendly fashion, with top fabrics being linen, organic cotton and hemp. We're heading to Dubai to speak to our fashion expert about the importance of sustainable fashion and how to style sustainable fabrics. And with me now, as ever, our beautiful Rana Sayed from RanaZone. Hello Rana, how are you?
Hi Dina, I'm well. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. I don't know why is it that I was looking down here when you're up there. So anyway, how are you today? Where are you today, first of all? I see you've got a guest with you.
Yes, today we are at Yaser Mayasa. It's a textile fabric shop. And as we know, today we're gonna talk about sustainable fabric. Right. And because they are very into it and they have their own section of sustainable, this will be the awareness for people, especially in fashion. With me, Hussain Albeer, he will talk about sustainable fabric and how do they do it. And then I will come back to you, Dina.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Well,
thank you.
Thank you so much. Hello, Hussain Albeer. Thank you so much for joining us on Insta Talk. Right. So, obviously, we are, like Rana explained, we are talking about sustainable fabric. Now, what are the most sustainable fabrics to use besides cotton, linen, and silk? Because obviously, we are quite intrigued to find out more about what other fabrics are there.
Okay, first of all, thank you for having me, and thanks for this opportunity to express and talk about this topic that everyone is talking about. Basically, sustainable fashion has different divisions. There is the natural fibers, which is, for example, as you mentioned, linen, cotton, silk, wool. And then we have the fabrics that are made from recycled plastic. For example, nowadays we have 100% recycled polyester. It's also very common. I have here an option. Example of fabric colors. Nice. This can be used even, especially here, they're using it for eco abaya. We can use it for dresses, sometimes even for shirts. So there's really not a limit for it. And for the average person and the consumer, it's very hard to tell the difference because it just feels the same.
I was going to say, you
can see it's a very,
it's amazing.
You cannot tell this is like, plastic.
You can't tell the difference at all. But my question, Hussain, right? Okay, because me thinking plastic, you're talking about plastic. How could plastic, where am I going to find somewhere something?
Okay, so there is a
cloth? Fabric.
It's like a 5-6 steps. First of all, they will take the plastic bottles from the ocean. The first step will be to wash it completely, and then they will cut it to small pellets. These pellets will be molded and with heat. They will make it like small flakes. From the flakes, they will yarn and make the yarns, the fibers.
Right.
From the fibers, the fabric is made. At the end of the day, it's still a polyester yarn, so there is no difference. Only the source is different. This is a sustainable source.
Yeah, because Dina, the fabric actually is made more than one yarn. There's like a cotton, polyester.
They're mixed.
So you mix them all together. I see. So it's not just the plastic on its own. That's actually, yes, I see.
Correct. Yes,
right.
Yes.
Okay, that makes sense.
This is the details of the fabric. This is people doesn't know.
Like the technical aspect. The average people will not use it. Only for the people that are in the industry. they will
I see. Right. Okay. So that means Dina, don't go into technicalities. Dina, stick to the point. Right. Okay.
No, we want to go to the
I'm an average person. I'm an average person who doesn't know anything about sustainable fabric. So this is the first time I'm learning it, Hussain and Rana. So thank you guys. Right. Now, how important is sustainable fabric in a world of fast fashion and overproduction, do you think, in your opinion, Hussain?
It's a very important thing, especially now. There is a worldwide move towards being conscious about the environment, the weather, like the heating, the word climate. Because in these fabrics, there's much less water used and consumed in the production. There's around 72% less water goes to the oceans. The same with the pollution, because we're not taking a natural resource. We're just recycling something that has been used already. So as you can see in some of here, it has the labels of how many plastic bottles were removed from the ocean to make 1 meter. So there are 18 bottles taken from the ocean to create 1 meter. That's how good it is to the
So it's probably still tempting now that I would probably want to go through the fabric, and the more plastic is used, I would want to buy that one, to be honest, because it means that I've saved more plastic.
And then you will get this little pins
that we have here.
You need to send me one, and you need to send me one, Hussain. I'm waiting for my fabric and for this pin, please.
You know, Yaser and Mayasa, when they give the fabric to the consumer, what they do, they give these pins. So they do, like, they put it on the abaya, then the customer, when she buy it, she know that this is
this is sustainable fabric design. Yes.
Why do you have this pin? What's up with this? And then you will say the story like, oh, that's so cool. I want to use that. I want to.
So join the club, like join the sustainable fabric.
It's like creating a community and a movement.
That's brilliant. That's brilliant, Hussain. That's absolutely fantastic. Can actual organic clothes necessarily mean safer production that won't harm the environment? And I think by the look of it, it does seem like it won't harm the environment, because you're saying how you're saving on the use of water, you're saving on the use of other facilities that would help with the production. Is that right?
Yeah, it's correct. It's around, as I said, 70 to 80%. You're reducing the pollution that's going to the outside world. And the same manufacturing places, they always have a kind of an initiative where they make, for example, every 100 meters, they're going to plant a tree. Something like this.
Like also they are using about the bamboo.
Yeah, they're doing
the linen and the bamboo. This is from trees.
So
bamboo. Oh my God, that's from bamboo.
They will plant 1 bamboo tree. So they're trying as much as possible to be good to the environment.
Yeah, and linen. Look at this shiny linen. Beautiful.
Beautiful. So beautiful.
Yeah.
That's very nice.
And also there's a vegan leather.
Yeah, because some clients are thinking, okay, so it's just the normal cotton, linen, whatever, it's just too basic. So we've come up with this fabric for even to use it in the winter, because the base is cotton 100%. So it's kind of a vegan leather for clients that don't want to use any real leather.
Can I ask you a thing? Can I ask?
Because for example, in Canada, we can't export to clients anything that's natural leather. That's what they would go to being a leather or synthetic leather. That will be the option they look at.
Can I ask you, Hussain, if I wanted to design, let's say a dress, an outfit, using your fabric, would it be more expensive for me to do that rather than just go and buy it from, say, a normal high street shop?
No, it wouldn't necessarily be. You mean in terms of the sustainability aspect? Is sustainable more expensive than normal?
Sustainable and the cost, because now looking at your fabric, I want to design an outfit that is using sustainable organic materials. So will it be more expensive for me?
Currently, the difference is roughly 10 to 15% higher for the sustainable. However, majority of the clients, designers, brands, and fashion houses are okay with that, because it's giving them such a boost even for them. When there is a story to give, the client is like attracted attached to the story of
That's
the piece.
amazing.
And they're not just buying a product. And that's
Yeah,
it.
because it's awareness, all over the world, and because this is helping the world.
Yes.
So I would have paid more just to feel it
Make
as
it different.
emotionally.
To make a difference.
Yes.
You're trying to make a difference. That's what you're trying
Exactly.
to do. So going back to the designer, which fashion designer do you see, let's say on Fashion Week, for the Fashion Week shows 2020, that really doesn't hold any values of sustainable materials? So the ones that are not actually taken into account.
Currently, the layer of the market that's totally out of this game is would be the designers and fashion brands for the evening wear.
I see.
And haute couture dresses, wedding dresses. It's just because the consumer is 100% going towards the look, and they don't really care about how good it will be after 5 years, 3 years, how it's affecting the environment. It's just a one time. So they're just going with whatever sources. However, there are many brands, as we were discussing, me and Rana, that have moved to this.
Well, that's I'm going to come to Rana in a minute about it. Yes, I mean, Rana, coming down to... Yeah, go ahead, sorry.
Yeah, there's Prada, and now you see Nike, Burberry. They started to have their own section for sustainability and giving the awareness, because also some people, they need organic fabric, because some people now have like a sensitive skin and with the eczema, things like that. So they are looking for like a 100% cotton and some from nature. And as we said, because it's a case around the world, so everybody now is starting to have their own section for sustainable fashion. And you can see now also online with description for the item, they are writing it's made of recycled and especially polyester and sustainable, because they know that the customer is going more for sustainable.
Is aware of it.
Is aware of it. Now, what outfit options are available for the winter months that are still sustainable? So outfits, give us some ideas, Rana.
Yes, like a linen.
Currently, they can use a heavier linen. They can use
the vegan leather.
Vegan leather.
So in terms of outfits, in terms of outfits. Yes. So you put an outfit together. So these are going to be available for us. So vegan leather.
Jackets. They can do long jackets. It's not an issue with it.
Yes. Yeah. And even I think this is also cashmere.
Yeah, it's kind of rayon, but a very heavy rayon.
Yeah.
So
it looks like a cashmere, or wool.
Yeah.
Hussain, I need to feel this myself. Hussain, I need to feel this myself.
Well, we have to send you to London.
I'm not gonna accept it being virtual. I'm sorry.
Hussain will do that, of course. Yaser and Mayasa, they are encouraging and helping new designers and giving them the opportunity with their sustainable fabric to do their own collection, to give the awareness that new designers will be more with the environment and taking care.
They'll be encouraged to start this line to showcase their collections.
Fantastic. Yes. Finally, Rana, what tips do you have for styling sustainable fabrics now? So give us some tips that we can actually, where should we go and buy some items that we can actually wear that are sustainable, and how do we wear them and so on? So what tips do you have?
No, it's like now I think that most of us, when we go and we do shopping, we have to read the label. Okay. We have to read from what this fabric is made of. And at least we should ask the shops, do you have a sustainable section? Because I think that this is like the advantage is for ourselves, our bodies, more to keep, like a clean seas, oceans, environments. So this will also have some, even in accessories, bags. You see, like when they do to go to supermarkets, now they are doing special shopping bags, that,
reusable.
Reusable, that instead of using nylon, then this will be more tips for using sustainable. And you know, as he said, that there is awareness, and now with the pen, and we are now beginning with October breast cancer also awareness.
Yes, that's why you're wearing pink.
We are wearing pink now. Yes, and inshallah we will talk about this more. But I think this is more into, as I said, to go when we do shopping online, to read the descriptions more, and to see what fabric are made of.
Well, actually, just this is obviously along the same context that we're talking about. There are a few bloggers and media influencers, social media influencers, that are actually encouraging to use sustainable fabric and to reuse their clothes, you know, because sometimes if you're in the public eye, okay, and if you wear the item more than once, you get scrutinized, you get bullied because you're wearing the item more than once. Whereas now, I've noticed that a lot of the bloggers and media, social media influencers are actually going against this and actually trying to bring awareness to these people about the fact that no, you are allowed to wear your item more than once. You are allowed to reuse your item. You know, you can actually reuse your item and do whatever you want with it. So stop the bullying. And that's another message that I wanted to actually bring across through Insta Talk, about the fact that we really need to reuse our stuff. We can't just wear it once or twice. Just use it. If it's a classic item, it will live forever. Just like how you mentioned, young lady.
Yeah,
your lovely
and you know what? Yes, and you know, there's something that these items live longer. Like I'm sure that you have items from your mom.
Yes,
like I did.
I do.
My mom had from her mom, like, and me, I'm keeping things for my daughter.
Yes.
You know, so this is how it, when you have a sustainable and a good quality of an item, it will live more longer.
That's true. That's true. Well,
That's what they also call upcycling.
Yes, go ahead. Go ahead.
Recycling. Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much, Hussain Albeer. It was such a pleasure to have you on our show, and hopefully we will see more of you in the future. And I have learned a lot today. I have learned a lot today, honestly. It's been a really good learning curve for me. So I went from somebody that knows nothing to somebody that knows a lot. So thank you so much, guys.
This is why Insta Talk is here.
Yes. Exactly.
We have to learn. Every time we learn new things.
Absolutely.
Yes?
Absolutely.
And
thanks
everybody,
to you.
giving the awareness and the information for everyone.
And I can't wait to see you in pink next week as well, young lady. So
yes, I will.
Thank you so much, guys. You have a lovely evening. Take care. Greetings from London. Bye-bye. This brings us to the end of this week's show. I would like to thank all our guests for coming onto the show. We will be back next week with all the latest trending stories from our fashion stylists, influencers, and lifestyle experts. Now, if you want to watch our weekly episodes of Insta Talk, then follow us online at WTX News on Facebook and Instagram, or visit our website www.wtxnews.com, or subscribe to our YouTube channel where you can like, share, and comment. So that's it from all of us here. I'll see you next week. Take care. Goodbye.